Miami Improv starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 305-441-8200 or MiamiImprov.com. Probably the easiest way to get your Patrice O'Neal tickets. And Greg Giraldo playing locally here in New York. Gotham Comedy Club Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nice.
Yes.
We haven't seen Greg in a while.
No, I haven't seen you guys in a while. What's happening?
I was going to ask you that.
Nothing. I'm just, trying to get back on my feet.
Yeah.
I'm back on my feet again.
Are you still with the collective?
Yeah. Yeah. They say hi.
The collective.
I don't know. We didn't talk about you.
Is there inside stuff going on?
I don't know what the collective is.
That whole comic thing that goes on.
Sorry about that.
They're the comic secret fucking agents. They're like the...
Yeah, but I don't know what it means.
Like
I'm a comic.
the League of Nations.
It's that we was under the same management company for a second.
You guys just missed Nicky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Missed him? Little
I
Nicky.
just saw him.
Little Nicky.
There's a guy that walks around here. He looks exactly like Little Nicky, and we brought that up a couple days ago. So now every time we see him walk by, it's just a good laugh. Sorry. Back to the program. Yes.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, Greg, you're all right, man? I haven't seen you much lately. I bump into Giraldo once in a while at the cellar or somewhere else in the city. We just kind of cross paths, but I don't see you nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good now. But I went off the. I have my little substance issues, and I went off the rails again for a while.
Oh, shit.
But now it's all back, man. Back in black.
But the last time we saw you, you were doing really well.
Yeah,
you were doing really well, and now it sounds like that you kind of went the other way since.
Yeah,
the last time we saw you.
Well, I started. What happened was I got real. I really got separated for real. Like I was separated last year for like 5 months, and then we got back. I went away to address my health issues, and then I came back and I thought, okay, maybe we can make this work, and then that didn't work. So now it's been like 6 months. It's been totally separated, and then I started dating and everything, and I thought, well, maybe I could drink a little wine with dinner with the ladies.
Little bit.
The ladies, they like to have a nice glass of wine. They like it as partying. And I started dating young girls, and they're like, oh shit, we'll party a little bit, yeah. Till 4 days later, I'm fucking
is this the first time you went through
swatting at robots?
Wait, slow down. So wait, it starts with a little wine, and then 4 days later,
this really happened. I was laying in bed with this girl, and she said, "You're really not, I don't think you're as bad as you think. You're not that bad. You're just not that's bad. You just say all this shit about being a drug addict, but you're not. You're going through a hard time. Like, okay, all right, whatever." And we're laying in bed in this hotel room, and I've been partying constantly. She falls asleep, and I'm still going and going and going, and then I start being attacked by all this shit. Things are flying through the air because I hadn't slept, and there literally were these robot things in the air with laser beams in their eyes.
Holy shit!
And I thought, holy fuck! This was the beginning of the end. This was this last stretch here where I thought that's it, and I'm losing my fucking mind. And I sit up and I'm swatting at these robots that are flying through the air at me, and she sits up and she goes, "What the fuck?" What the fuck? She starts crying. She's just crying.
Oh man, that must have freaked out even more.
Yeah, that was good. But I showed her.
What did you say to her?
I showed her.
Did you edit yourself?
I said, there's all kinds of shit. There's people there. There's people in the corner. She goes, "There's no people there. What are you talking about?" I go, "There's people. Go talk to that person." It was very.
Oh my God, you are bad.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Or you want something else besides the alcohol?
Oh yeah.
Come on, alcohol can do that. You'll pass out and throw up before you see robots.
You know what? Somebody should jump over and beat you in the head.
That's a great
alcohol doesn't do that.
That's why I wanted to ask that question.
Pass out and throw
A
up.
nice glass of Chablis made him.
I have a very low tolerance.
I understood that alcohol, but I wasn't. I don't know.
Too much vanilla extract, Greg?
What's that?
Right.
Yeah,
Too much vanilla
I didn't even
extract?
know there was that much vanilla extract in that creme brulee. Too many creme brulee. I had a diabetic.
Was it Coke?
Do you find yourself to be funny?
There's Coke. There's all kinds of things. What's that?
Do you feel like what drugs do to you on
ruin everything? I mean, it makes you much less funny, much less creative, much less everything. It's a fucking total self-destructive nightmare. But booze at first, again, you're like, I'll stop drinking. Then after enough months go by, you start drinking a little bit, and you're like, you know what? This did make me funnier. Now that I think about it, and you get a little looser, you're funnier for a while. But then, shit, it all fucking.
Then the line is crossed again.
Then you're standing on stage, staring out at the audience, just staring at you. Like sometimes, that was the final night when the crowd looks up at you and they just have this look of horror, and you try to look around to see how obvious it is to people, and you see a girl that looks kind of fucking. Anybody that looks kind of compassionate, they look out and they're just like, oh fuck, what's going on here?
No!
And then you just get heartbroken and self-hating.
What were you just unraveling on stage?
A little bit, a little bit.
Meltdowns, man, it happens.
Yeah.
God damn.
But you can't be I had a meltdown, but I'm not famous. And it's nothing worse than not being famous and having just like a meltdown, like it's all coming apart.
Yeah.
But it's really not built. And I'm not saying you. It's just you do get those things where you just what's it all about moments.
Yeah.
Well, nobody gives a shit
in somebody's face.
Yeah. Like, no, all we like about you is that you're kind of likable and fun. If you're going to be a fucking mope about it, beat it.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
If you're not famous enough to hang out with, if you're not pleasant.
Well, it's like I always say, my job is to give those people a good time and help them forget their troubles.
You're a piece of shit
That's
anyway.
the most important thing.
It sure is. Said that with a smile.
You bring joy to people.
I want to fucking burn the entrances like the Happy Land disco and run through that to get to your car. You fucking pieces of garbage.
Jay Mohr wants in. Jay!
Hi, boys.
Hey, Jay.
Hello,
We got
Mr. Mohr.
Greg Giraldo in studio.
Yeah, I know. First of all, I want to tell Patrice, that guy you said is a great impressionist. I still haven't heard shit from that guy.
Who's that? Dean?
Dean Edwards.
Some black guy.
Dean Edwards.
Dean Edwards, right.
He heard about it. I called him and he said he heard about it, but I don't know if he's jumping on it.
He's not.
Yeah, I think he's a little more.
Jay Mohr is taking on all impressionists.
You know what? I'll put up
Every
against you, and I
single
know
one
he'll jump at the chance because he's a little more like Dean's a little more of a family man, quiet. I'll put fucking what's his name there? The black dude from Mad TV.
Ari Spears?
I'll put Ari Spears on you, you cocksucker.
You've got to be. You got that.
No,
Tell him, Jay. Tell him, Jay.
I'll put him on you.
Tell
At least
him,
he'll
Jay.
challenge you. At least Aries will go up against you.
Oh, my God. Okay. Wow.
How about Rob McNaughty, you motherfucker? I'll put him on you.
That's like Muhammad Ali fighting fucking George Chavallo.
Jay is really fucking good, man.
Hey, Colin, do you have any advice for Greg? Because Greg is here and he looks up to you a lot.
For Greg, stop slipping, stupid. Jesus Christ. You know, sobriety days are a lot easier when you put them all in a row.
That was pretty. That was pretty deadly.
Hey, Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, that is good.
That is really fucking good, man.
Greg, for real, take it from a guy that slipped twice. God damn, it's so much easier when you do it in a fucking... I would have had fucking 16 years sobriety if I wasn't a dick.
Yeah. That's a good Jay Mohr you just did. I was a sincere, I never heard sincere Jay Mohr before.
What was he doing?
This is actually Ari Spears. You can tell because I'm late. I was supposed to call at 6.
Jay's got a good drug story.
Huh?
So they said on the line you got a good Giraldo story or drug story.
Qualification at Reebok.
What's that?
Am I losing you guys? Should I call back later?
Your phone is crapping out.
Little bit.
Try one more time.
Yeah, his phone is
Oh
on.
man, that might have been the thing he was going to say that was going to save my life.
That could have been it.
Imagine.
Change the world right there.
This
Oops.
Colin is uncanny, though.
Colin
I want him to do
creepy.
Colin all the time.
Holy shit, that was real solid.
Has anybody surprisingly been there for you? Like, is it anybody that's really helping? Like, fucking Greg, come on, man. In your corner type
There's
of
a
guy?
lot of people that help, but the thing is, the people that know, the people that have the problem, know that there's nothing that anybody can really do until you're at something has to happen that magically you just and that kind of did. It's kind of fucking surreal, but I think I had one of those like little crazy moments,
Moment of clarity.
Not even a moment of clarity.
Epiphany.
Like I took a bunch of acid at one point because I thought, okay, how about this? Maybe just hallucinogenics. I could just do that.
Holy shit!
Because if I don't drink, then I won't get to the other shit. But if I just take the last, and that'll help me see. And so on acid, I saw what alcohol actually did to me, and I saw this like my body, like a reflection of my body, and I saw the shit going through my body and killing me. And then, and I'm like, it became so clear that I was powerless. Like, it became so clear. And the next day, I got up and started getting fucked up again. So it's not logical. It's not rational. Something crazy.
How could you take acid with so much shit going through your head?
I know that's what people said. Don't do that because you'll. But apparently some people have done that and cured themselves just from that because that clarity enough. Just that sense of like what it does was enough. But you never know what was going.
Why don't you just take some salvia and fucking get on a plane somewhere?
With some what?
Salvia? You never heard of that?
A little salvia? That little
it's that fucking
the
it's
Brazilian root or something.
It's supposed to put you in a no. It's supposed to be put you in a state of complete hallucinating for a few minutes.
Really?
Look up on YouTube. People who are in salvia trips or whatever.
Yep.
They're out of their mind.
Really?
They're out of their fucking mind.
We did a whole bit on that. Yeah, absolutely. Jay's back. Jay Mohr.
Sorry, guys.
There he
My
is.
phone crapped out as I was driving to the set of a major motion picture.
Oh, cool.
When you go through these hills, it's crazy. Jimmy knows. Great job on Letterman, little Yumi.
Thank you.
I did a corporate show for Reebok, and whenever you do a corporate show, you go, who'd you have last year? Who'd you have the year before? Who do you have coming up next? And I go, who'd you guys have last year? Oh, God. We had Greg Giraldo. And I said, oh, great. And they go, no, not really. He called the lady a cunt. He spent all night looking for coke. It was a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, that was the end of the...
Well, thanks for the 50 G's, Greg.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to... but even that, so I blew my whole corporate career away, and I thought, but even that I could rationalize.
You blew that away?
Not entirely. It's being rebuilt, but
so Reebok spread the fucking news about that?
All the Booker people, and actually, yeah, well, anyway, but the problem with that was that you could tell yourself, well, fuck it, I don't want to do those shitty, whorish corporate gigs anyway. No offense, Jay. Who wants to do them anyway, right? So you could say, all right, fuck it, you don't want to be a part of that system anyway, but so you can rationalize everything until you start really losing the shit that you care about the most, because again, even, you can just keep lying to yourself that it'll be all right.
You do well at those gigs? I always fucking hated them. I always feel uncomfortable in those moments.
It depends on the gig. I just did one for DirecTV or something. They said, just be as raunchy as you want, just do whatever you want. Sometimes they're fine, but, I've had gigs where they have 8 o'clock in the morning, fucking, the one that first started the whole thing unraveling. I was doing a gig in Palm Springs. It was at night, and then I had to do a gig in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. And some dude I know was friends with these porn stars, sent a porn star to Palm Springs on the Thursday night, on the night before the morning gig. So of course we're all fucked up all night in the morning. And in the morning, you think, your brain is so fucked up that you think that it's okay and that you look fine and that it's okay, and you walk into the GM, fucking, some giant corporate gig with a porn star that's been up all night doing drugs. Hey, good morning. What do you guys want to talk about? Some water cooler jokes?
Jimmy, how many times, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer, but when you got sober, did you slip or did you just dig in and that was it?
No, I was sent to rehab January of '86, and I drank in the rehab, and then I drank for a year after, and I got sober February of '87, and I haven't picked up since.
Oh, God bless you. I slept on stupid shit like NyQuil.
Yeah.
I would drink 3 bottles of NyQuil a day.
Holy Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen,
are you kidding me?
Jay, is slipping just doing it again, or has it been a time where you drank and didn't turn back into whatever it does?
No, I never drank again. The thing with NyQuil was, in my mind, I wasn't drinking. And I did take NyQuil to help me sleep because I was working on a show, and they went from days to nights. And I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to fall asleep at 8 o'clock in the morning? I'm like, I'll just take some NyQuil. And, I took the actual... you talk about an insidious, cunning, baffling disease. I took the actual dosage of NyQuil the first couple times. And then I was taking half the bottle and a hot bath, and then the bottle and a hot bath, and just laying in bed spinning. It's kind of like any pussy can take NyQuil and fall asleep, but us addicts, when you push through that sleep, once you get to the other side, it's like snorting heroin. It's fantastic. Greg, if you're going to go out again, I highly recommend NyQuil.
No, you know what did it for me? And I never really bought into that fucking accidental bullshit when people in rehab say, and then I went to the dentist, and then the next thing you know, I'm sucking cocks for crack, But that is actually what happened in a way. I thought, a little bit, I went to the dentist, and I got nitrous, and of course, like everybody else, they go, let us know, does that tingle at all in your hands? Let us know. And you're like, fuck, if it's, because then we got to scale it back. No, as soon as I feel the tingling, if you feel any sensation that it's something that's doing something, fucking ramp it up. In fact, I actually had the guy. I kept telling him I want more and more and more of it. It's got to get higher. I go, I don't feel anything. And he says, they kept moving me in rooms closer to the tanks. They had a master system somewhere. So he goes, next time ask for room 4. It's right up against where we actually, so it has to travel less distance through the tubes or whatever. And then all of a sudden I felt like I'd leave the dentist and think, well, I need, something's not right now. I want this, I got to get back to where I was when I was sitting in the, back in the dentist. So then I'm getting fucking amputations and things.
Why didn't you call me? When did this happen, Greg?
It's subtle, but then part of you also thinks you got to do it. You just got to get through it. I really think this time I had shit happen which I can't process fully yet, and I'll explain it when I don't. When my brain is clearer, because I think it'll sound way too crazy. But coincidental crazy shit with this girl that like fucking God shit that you wouldn't believe, like mysterious shit that you think someone from outer space is telling you shit, and it actually is real, and so I think that I'm done, but God knows,
It seems like girls are an enormous trigger for you, Greg.
Well, that was it. That's a big part of it too. It's not even a trigger, but it's a big part of the whole issue and what it's all, yeah.
Did you have your midlife crisis now? Put it this way. Did you get a lot of pussy when you was younger? Are you now getting the pussy you should have got when you was younger?
Now I'm having the life now that I should. I was so fucking busy being the good kid and trying to do things I didn't want it, going to school, going to law school, being the good guy, pleasing my fucking immigrant parents, doing all the right things, that, you know, getting married and trying to, and even, you know, and trying to do all the shit that I mean, listen, I have kids and I love them to death, and this is I got to get my shit together, and I will, and I've had, and they've been isolated from it to a large extent, because I would do it all this shit on the road. I would be like a binger, you know, I go on 2-week runs or whatever, keep it all together, come back and keep it together until I finally couldn't anymore. But then now, you know, then when I started having more success in comedy, and then you could live that crazy fucking lifestyle, all of a sudden it kept creeping up to where I thought,
and it's acceptable. It's not like a regular job where you're gonna get fired the first time you fuck up. It becomes like almost like, it's okay. Because in our business, it's almost acceptable to be a little fucked up.
And sometimes you can't even believe that you got through it. Like, dude, I've done shows without sleeping for 3 days and been on stage and done okay. You know, like,
Jesus Christ. I need a nap right now.
But it's weird. Like, you can still go out and get all the pussy you want to get. Like, just don't pick up the fucking.
No, I know. Yeah,
and there's enough hacks who have drug guy characters as what they're fucking
as
are,
their
like
act.
Again, like that shit is cute.
Well,
you know.
Patrice, would you do that impression again?
I'm ready to challenge you, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, don't take on Jay.
I think that was Patrice's Ron White impression.
Oh, shit. Someone here is saying, Cigars and Scotch is saying Doug Stanhope can pull that off. Like being all fucked up on stage.
You can pull it off, but you never know what it costs you. Like, after X amount of time, certain things that you don't see what's not happening for a person. Yeah. Like when you see the same person 10 years later in relatively the same place, you're like, wow, they're still funny, but why has there been no movement?
You mean like every headliner in Boston?
Holy shit. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, no, you think...
Hey, Greg, when you talk about accidental slips and like how you never believed in them, I never did either. And then I went to the dentist and I had a tooth pulled, and he gave me 10 Vicodin in a little box. I took 1 Vicodin on the drive home, and as it kicked in, I went to my house. I emptied the box on my counter in my kitchen, and I counted the remaining 9 to make sure he didn't fuck me.
Yeah.
I was counting mine.
Then you chopped them up and snorted them.
A drink is the end of a slip. That's what I was taught. It's the end of a slip at the beginning.
But then I was, then I'm doing like 6 Norcos, when I wake up for 6 months, and everything's fine. And my wife's like, wow, you never get erect anymore. That's interesting.
Oh, fuck. It's all motives, though. Like, I was taught, like, I got to take medication. I'm not a martyr. Yeah. If I get a fucking wisdom teeth pulled, I got to take something. I'll take it. But I take it in moderation, or I take half a pill, and I throw them out as soon as the pain stops. I dump them, man. I don't trust myself. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? Everyone gets fucked up, dude. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, dude, then you're going to wind up just going back to where you were. I'm so sick of this schmarmy attitude. Well, everybody's getting fucked up, Jay.
What are some of the reasons, though?
But I don't understand, bro. Oh, my God.
I love that Norton's Bobby Kelly sounds like Harold Letterman on HBO Boxing.
But Bob, at one question, stops that fucking dodo bird in his tracks.
Because he's all rehearsed.
Because Bob rehearses alone how he can sound. Just once, Bob wants somebody to go, God, that was fucking a good point. So he rehearses at home, and he fucking, as soon as you throw him a question, he just fucking collapses.
So you're saying it's a monologue?
I called him on that so many times. We were fucking talking about politics one time, and I realized how stupid he was when he was talking about superdelegates. He's
hey, Jay, do Larry Merchant.
Jim,
the super delegate.
Here's a man named G.Giraldo who, in order to put his life back on track, had to cross the tracks and get back on the train.
Oh, that God! When are we going to get rid of Larry Merchant?
This morning, Jim, G.Giraldo is not only off the rails, but when he met Patrice O'Neal in Cocaine's Right Hook, he decided. But for real, Jimmy, whenever you do Bobby Kelly, it sounds like Harold Letterman when they go to his scorecard in the 4th round. Well, Jim, dude, I got the fight 3 rounds to 1. Hey, Greg, fucking call me.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a call. You could be a lot of different people for me.
A whole bunch of people will help.
The strange thing is how high you sound right now.
Yeah, a few people are saying that, Greg.
No, it's just got, believe me.
A few people
believe me. You could.
I am on the phone with television's G.Giraldo. You tell Tony Shalhoub and the cast of Monk that I am fucking talking to G.Giraldo right now.
Oh.
Okay, I have to go, gentlemen.
Bye.
Greg, could somebody please give Greg my number?
Sure, I'll give it to him on air.
It's 11.
Yeah.
I have no faith that Jay will stay a good friend.
None?
Not even. There's no way that Jay's going to walk him through without something. He's just trying to figure out how to get your cadence as high, Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, if I ever pull it together and become successful, then he'll get my voice down. But for now, it's probably not worth his effort. He's got to work on his Orny Adams before he gets to mine.
I'm telling you, man, not to sound like a fucking ass, but I just, this is tough because,
It's fine. It's good.
No, it's tough because Greg. Well, this I didn't know this happened. I mean, we don't talk like that. But Greg was the guy. He was straight laced, man. He was just straight fucking on Tough Crowd. Greg was the guy that that kept it right amongst a bunch of other maniacs.